Welcome to the Shabby And Man podcast. We are partners, parents, podcasters, broadcasters,
and everything else in between. Namaskar, swagatam. Now, before we start, we cannot ignore what's happening in the world. Especially over the last 2 weeks, there is conflict happening in the world, right? War. So I just want to, there's a famous quote that went through my head the other day, which was that, इंसान तो हर जगह होता है, मगर इंसानियत कहीं-कहीं जन्म लेती है. Or as I think the Dalai Lama once said, that love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive.
I remember talking about the conflict when it started 2 weeks ago when we recorded the last episode, and it is really a shame that matters have not been resolved and innocent civilians have been drawn into the conflict. And I don't think it's possible to now sit on the fence, because regardless of your political leanings, you have to see that it is the ordinary person who's paying the price for this conflict. And it is heartbreaking to see children and women and civilians being drawn into something which has, it has been an ongoing conflict for many, many, many years. And obviously there has been a lot of criticism for the way it has been dealt with by the West.
Let's hope there's a solution.
Let's hope there's a solution. For both sides. Yes, absolutely. Sooner rather than later, because the loss of life on both sides, it is not helping anyone. And it is impossible. We're at the heart of the action, so to speak, in the Western world, in London, where protests are happening every weekend. And it's absolutely impossible to ignore what's going on and just carry on with our lives without feeling for...
This week you passed a train station where there was a protest happening.
Yes. And not just any protest. London is full of people who, protest and lend their support to various causes around the world. But this was phenomenal. And let's hope there is a solution. Let's hope there is peace. Let's hope all these people who are being affected on either side, get some respite, and that aid is able to reach them on time. Looking at some of the things that we wanted to talk about on the podcast today, well, brighter, happier things, I suppose. Let's start with the World Cup. It is a historic day. One of India's most successful cricket former captains, superstars, Virat Kohli. It was his birthday today. We are recording this after the match has finished.
India beat South Africa. Well, really beat South Africa.
I was just going to say, made mincemeat of South Africa is more like it. Demolished them. And in the bargain, Virat Kohli ended up on his birthday, not just making a century.
How old is he? Is he 35? He's very young. 35, 36?
36, something like that. And he equaled Sachin Tendulkar's record of 49 centuries in one-day international cricket.
I'm sure he'll surpass him.
Many people are saying perhaps in the World Cup, if he's on form right now, he's delivering in every match where he needs to kind of really come and steady the innings or play a good innings, and it's very likely. So it's amazing.
You don't normally watch cricket, but
I don't.
This has got your interest, hasn't it?
This has got my interest because A, it's the World Cup, and B, each time an important match comes along, I remember how exciting it used to be when I lived in India, where cricket is almost like a religion, much like the movies, and it's amazing.
They said there are only three things that India kind of follows, isn't it? Cricket, Bollywood,
politics,
and politics. Politicians,
yeah. Virat Kohli is the most followed Indian on the planet on Instagram, for good reason, as you can see, because I think he's the full package. He's smart, he works hard, he's married to a Bollywood star. He comes across as someone who deserves his success because he really works hard.
Do you remember one of our friends a couple of years ago interviewed him, and he said that his dream is to eat chole bhature from a certain stall
in Delhi, which they have turned into a absolute 5-star hangout now, because Virat and Anushka, each time they pass through Delhi, apparently every now and then.
He's a Delhi boy.
Yeah, he says that I can't obviously go and stand and eat there, but I get a takeaway from them. A driver goes and picks it up, and that's why he comes across as a guy who's really a man of the soil. Has humble roots. He's so well behaved. Such an ideal, I think.
I'm sure someone will quickly write to us and correct me if I'm wrong, but was he the captain when India won the 2011 World Cup, or was it Dhoni?
I think it was Dhoni.
It was Dhoni.
Dhoni and Tendulkar, 2012.
2011.
2011?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I think it was Sachin Tendulkar and Mahendra Singh.
I'm not even sure now. You've got me
MS
thinking.
Dhoni's.
Of course, India won it in 2011. Yeah. You're making me doubt myself.
Listen, if the World Cup, baat sahi hai, because 2023 mein ho raha hai, every 4 years, it's likely that it would have been in 2011. But no, I think Virat Kohli was, that's what a lot of people were saying, that it would be unfair to compare Virat Kohli to Sachin Tendulkar, purely because Sachin Tendulkar has been playing since the age of 16. Sachin Tendulkar joined the team at a time when the entire nation's hopes were resting on his shoulders. Virat Kohli had it relatively easy. You know, he slotted into the team seamlessly, quietly when Dhoni and Sachin were the big stars. And then slowly he built up his reputation. He started getting the runs. He started delivering for India on occasions when they really needed him to come out and bat.
Well, right now, India is a top team. Forget the batters. The bowlers are also phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Mohammad Siraj and Jasprit Bumrah and all are on a different planet.
Yeah, but even Jadeja, right? He took so many wickets today. So that's what they're saying, that India seems unbeatable right now. How amazing it would be for India to win the World Cup this year on home soil.
This is where I have a slight worry.
Which is
the thing about statistics, probabilities and averages. You have to lose one match somewhere.
Yeah, but maybe this could be at the year.
I just hope it's not in the final.
Yeah. Again, I need to...
They've lost nothing so far in
They have lost nothing, and I need to look this up again. If they were to win this year, then they would have 3 World Cups to their name. Would they be beating the West Indies, or would they be... I don't know, right? I'll have to look into that. I
don't even know if they're beating Australia for that.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. And so it's shaping up to an exciting competition. And it was amazing. I think,
as you said, West Indies was so dominant in the 80s, probably.
Yeah.
And Australia 70s, was so
80s.
dominant in the last decade.
Yeah.
So I think this
could be India's moment, though. But it's amazing, I think, to see somebody as wonderful, as popular as Virat Kohli on his birthday to kind of rival this. And even then he kind of played it down. You know, I was looking at all the interviews online. He said when they kept harping on about reaching this milestone on his birthday, like his wife mentioned on a post, that apne aap ko birthday pe gift dena, wah, kind of thing, you know, what a great thing you've done. He really knew that the tone to kind of, you know, take in his interviews in a World Cup wasn't so much, yay, I've equaled Sachin, but how proud he is to don the India jersey and represent his country on every occasion that he gets, which is fabulous.
And Sachin has been saying lovely things about him as well.
Yes. Sachin said something amazing. He said that it has taken me 365 days to get from 49 to 50. Obviously, he's talking about his age, because he turned 50 this year as well. I hope you get your 50 much sooner than that. So I think that's quite sweet. Amazing. I think sportsmen, be it football stars, tennis players, cricketers.
You know, it's not just Virat Kohli's birthday today as we record this, but it's your favorite singer's birthday. A singer you have seen many times in concert.
Oh, Bryan Adams.
It's Bryan Adams' birthday as well.
And not just that, it is my radio station's birthday as well, Sunrise Radio. Yeah.
Oh, talking about your radio station, well done. I heard your media, radio station of the year yet again.
Yes, we're radio station of the year.
And 5 times in 8 years or something crazy.
It is, not just that. Our ratings came out since we last recorded this show, and your wife, believe it or not, is the most listened to daytime presenter on an national Asian station, whatever it is. I keep getting this wrong.
You mean there are a lot of people who find it interesting?
Apparently. And the most listened to...
Same person I know.
Yes, apparently. And the most listened to on a commercial Asian station in London. So I'm just, you know, tremendously excited and chuffed and humbled, I have to say.
एक मिठाई तो खिला दे फिर.
हाँ, मिठाई खिला दूंगी. दिवाली आ रही है, दिवाली पे मिठाई खा लेना. मैंने आज apple crumble बनाया है, in case you want to have anything sweet, something sweet. Although it was a bad decision, I think. I had a bunch of apples that were on the point of collapse. I had to make something. I went and got short crust pastry. I've made wonderful apple crumble. But I've just found out that we have no ice cream or cream. So it'll just have to be with a dollop of jam. I had it with some black cherry conserve, which is rather nice. Right, coming back to what were we talking about? After Virat Kohli, we wanted to talk about...
you said you want to talk about 2-3 independent films.
I want to talk about A Sudden Speed.
Which we both haven't seen, by the way.
3 films that we've not seen because they've just come out. I do want to see them. Because I think that these are the films that are rewriting the Bollywood narrative right now. I think it's trendy to talk about Shah Rukh Khan's Donkey. Everybody's excited about Salman Khan's Tiger 3. These are the big films that are going to hit the big numbers.
By the way, if you're hearing any noise in the background, today also happens to be Guy Fawkes Day, fireworks night.
Yeah, bonfire night. Bonfire night. So we've got, and we do have a vantage spot, I suppose, in North London.
You know, there's a famous place here where they make an effigy of someone famous and burn them.
Yeah.
Last year it was the Prime Minister at the time, which was Liz Truss, who had just resigned in Sunak. But this year, I think they're doing our mayor, the mayor of London.
That doesn't bode well for him. Yeah. But there you go. It's fireworks night today. But so, amongst the big Bollywood films that are due for release this Diwali, this Christmas,
there's a spate of independent films.
There are suddenly 2-3 independent films that everybody's buzzing about, talking about, and I'm really drawn to them purely for their content. And I think this is the kind of cinema that is now emerging in the mainstream thanks to OTT, thanks to the change that OTT has brought about, where content really matters, where the smaller actors are really making a difference.
You mean art cinema?
I don't mean art cinema, I mean cinemas with smaller stars.
Because in the 80s I used to watch Smita Patel in Mandi.
If only you got the name right, not Patel, Patil.
Patel.
Yeah. I know, Smita Patel, Shabana Azmi, all of them, Dipti Naval, Farooq
Exactly,
Sheikh.
they were all...
Amrish Puri, Om Puri, not Amrish Puri, Om Puri. All of them came through the art house cinema movement. Sham Benegal was one of the directors who made Sham Benegal. Ritwik Ghatak.
What is that drama school in Delhi where they all used to hang out?
NSD, National School of Drama.
Yeah.
But we digress. What I'm saying is that these are not OTT films. They are films that have released in the big, on the big screen. And this sudden affinity for stories that may not have your Shah Rukh Khans and Akshays, may have been made on a moderate budget, but with interesting storylines. I think this is completely down to the OTT revolution. So I'm talking about 3 films in particular. One has Shefali Shah, Jaideep Ahlawat, who was in Jaane Jaan with Kareena Kapoor, absolutely fabulous actor. We loved him in Razi.
Shefali Shah bhi chha gayi.
Shefali Shah, Jaideep Ahlawat and Swanand Kirkire, who's actually a lyricist as well. They're in a film called Three of Us. People are talking about it. It's about 3 people in their twilight years. Shefali Shah, early onset of dementia. How she's told that, there's some unresolved issues in her past. She goes back to her village and back into her past, and comes face to face with her first love, who is a married man, settled with his children. What happens when the past becomes, a part of your present?
Talking about dementia, wasn't there recently a movie with Deepthi Naval and
Kalki Koklam?
Goldfish.
Yes.
Which was about dementia.
Again, even, I don't know if that's about dementia. That's about a mother and daughter relationship. Does it have dementia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So again, that's another film that people are talking about. So there's Three of Us, there's Goldfish. There's another one called Sajni Shinde Ka viral video. Again, we've not seen it, but whatever I've read about it, people are saying it is such a searing comment on modern day lives, where social media becomes judge and jury for everyone.
When you upload something and it just goes viral.
It goes viral, but sometimes you don't think about the person you're passing a judgment on, the person being vilified by social media. We are so quick to judge others depending on what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're dressed, depending on these short clips that emerge here and there, and some of them go viral. So the story here is that she is a simple Maharashtrian housewife who's also a teacher. I'm not sure if she's a housewife. She's a teacher. And she goes on a trip abroad. And that is where, friends ask her out to a club, and then something happens and somebody shoots a video, and she's caught in a compromising position, and the video goes viral, and how life falls apart. And people kind of start judging her and say, oh my God. Whereas the impression that the video is giving is not the real her at all. So I think, in the context of the lives that we lead today, where social media is everything, sounds like a phenomenally interesting subject. There was another one that I wanted to talk about. Sajni Shinde Ka viral video.
Was it the one which is a 12th pass?
Yes, 12th fail. Yeah. 12th fail, Vidhu Vinod Chopra, back in the director's chair after a long time. Again, he's championing people like, what is the name of that actor? We saw him in we've seen him in Vikrant Massey. Thank you very much. We saw him in that Lamb to the Slaughter.
I know this because I saw a little clip on social media.
What was the name of the film which was inspired by Lamb to the Slaughter?
Hasina something.
Haseen Dilruba. He was in that. Then he was in that Bobby Deol Love Hostel also. He was in Chapak with Deepika.
Made in Heaven.
He was in Made in Heaven.
Vikrant Massey.
So he's the main guy. And again, this is inspired by a real life story where, what it's saying is that if you fail your exams, that's not the end of the world. There are people who've made a success of their lives and have actually...
पहले मुझे बता देता ये.
वही है, अब देख लो, कोई बात नहीं. Even in your twilight years, काम ही आएगा. So Vidhu Vinod Chopra has been singing Vikrant Massey's praises like nobody's business. He said that all the other stars, obviously he's hinting at the Khans and everybody else, all the other stars are models, athletes. They have the six-pack, they have the look. But if you want pure, unadulterated talent, acting, somebody who can emote, somebody who can deliver the lines in a way that you feel for that person, then Vikrant Massey is top of the class. That's what he's saying. So again, people are saying wonderful things about it. And it's so heartening to see, even if you're not in my profession is talking about cinema and Bollywood and all things arty.
Now, these movies probably won't do that well.
No, but considering that they were made on moderate budgets, even if they break into like a few crores, 2 crores, 5 crores, 10 crores, even that is a very big deal.
And as the modern Bollywood industry works right now, they make the money back on streaming and
satellite rights and music rights and all the rest of it. And they say, all the filmmakers say, that is the incentive the next person needs to go out and make something different. If you keep incurring losses, that it's only the big producers, the Karan Johars, the Sanjay Leela Bansalis, even the Vidhu Vinod Chopras, only they can risk, making something, thinking ki acha chalo flop bhi hai koi to koi baat nahi, I want to just tell this story. For most people, they need the film to work commercially, and only when it does, only that proves as encouragement for them to go out and seek out more actors who are talented, who may be completely unknown, more stories that have not been told, and they need to be brought to the mainstream. So I think for movie fans, film fans in general, these are great times.
I think in the last 2 years, maybe 2-3 years, we've discovered a lot of new talent.
Yes.
Not from Bollywood, but coming through the
OTT,
the Netflixes and the Amazons.
Yeah, all these dramas that we've seen, Jubilee, and so many of them, right? In fact, you and I have not even seen many, but there are a lot of...
Many, we've got a huge list of things to see.
Yeah, so, but people say that, these are the guys. That's why Jaideep Ahlawat, when Janeja came out, they said, put Vijay Verma and Kareena to one side. Jaideep Ahlawat, it's his gig all the way. He steals it. Have you seen that? I've not seen it.
You've got a lot to see.
But that is the one which is the suspicion of Suspect X. No, not suspect, the devotion of Suspect X. Yeah. Shuja Ghosh.
I'm waiting for her. You're talking about
Kareena's Netflix debut.
I'm waiting for that Buckingham Murders.
The Buckingham Murders, which is Hansal Mehta. I had the chance. I was asked to interview him. Sadly, I was busy that day.
I was very impressed that a couple of days ago you had the chance to interview some other directors and film stars.
I did.
But you said...
2 big ones.
But you said, I have got Karwa Chauth.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Yes. I know where my priorities lie.
Good.
So, but I also got to have a conversation, hopefully that'll air soon, with...
you just deferred the date?
Anurag Kashyap. No. I did not have a chat with Hansal Mehta when he actually came for Buckingham Murders. But I got the chance to chat with him and Anurag Kashyap later. So the first time they offered me to, an exclusive chat with him, I said, I'm so sorry, it's Karwa Chauth, I can't. But I got to have a chat with him anyway, and it should air sometime soon. But
talking about Karwa Chauth, I mean, it's very nice. I know many people don't agree with it. I think it's a lovely sentiment.
Yeah, obviously, because you're not fasting, you would think it's a lovely sentiment. Absolutely. I think it's a lovely sentiment too. It's the only day I get to wear sindoor and tika and churi and something nice and sparkly and,
And we ordered a takeaway. And someone wrote to you, didn't they, saying that it's not very Punjabi way you do it.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
That's fine, because I'm not Punjabi. Yeah. You should be grateful I'm doing it in the first place.
I mean, we don't have to have a channi and dance in front of
We do have a channi though, as it happens.
I'm saying we don't have to.
Yeah, true. And I think it's the sentiment that matters really. And we're not saying, as I always keep saying, that this is not a judgment of anybody's commitment to their relationship or their character. If you fancy doing it and you want to do it with a,
Well, I think Karan Johar has made it that much harder for many women.
Karan Johar has just Bollywoodized it, I suppose. But it is what it is. And it was nice. And now we've got Diwali to look forward to. Son at uni has his birthday coming up as well. It's the first time he'll be away from home.
All happening in the next week or the week
All
after?
happening next week. All happening next week. And then, of course, once that is out of the way, then Diwali, then Christmas
this year,
rush starts.
This year, Diwali is on a Sunday. It's also Durga Puja.
Yeah, Kali Puja.
Kali Puja, sorry. Not
Yeah.
Durga Puja,
Yeah. And Christmas is on a Sunday as well this year,
Really?
by the way. Yeah, Christmas is on a Sunday. New Year's Day is on a Sunday. So even that's going to be slightly different because we'll have a lot of holidays and stuff. But I think exciting times for entertainment, exciting times in general. Considering we are in the first week of November, it's not that cold at all. Have you noticed? So global warming.
Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing, I think.
I feel
bad
that
thing.
if
it messes with your...
Yeah, I feel that if it's not that cold right now,
we're
going to have a very severe winter in March, April or something.
Predictable thing. Oh, abhi agar thand nahi hai, to you will be punished for it later. Bahut baraf padegi. Is there any science to that? I don't think so. It's just old wives' tales, as they say. Or in this case, old man's tales in your case.
ये कथा मैंने सुनी है, मैं आपको सुना रहा हूँ.
ठीक है, चलिए सुन ली. तो बस मेरे ख्याल से बाय बाय बोलने का टाइम आ गया है. Please remember we are on every social media platform that you can think of, which is essentially Instagram and Facebook, and Twitter maybe. I know Manish Sahi is in charge of Twitter, X. Not sure if there's anything happening on that front, but please do send us your feedback, as you always do. We always chuffed to see our, what do you call it?
I don't know.
Metrics?
Oh, your analytics.
Analytics, where we have a broad idea of where people are tuning in from.
And really, always amazing. I'm always grateful
Humbled.
And shocked.
Yes.
That sometimes it's from countries you least expect.
Yes. Yeah. So it's absolutely amazing. And yeah, we'll keep updating you on whatever's happening in our lives, what we're watching, what we're eating, what we're doing, what we're celebrating.
You didn't mention anything about what we're eating.
What we're looking... I told you about apple tart.
Oh, yeah,
what we're looking forward to, and things that are really annoying us, and the fact that we are praying for peace in the Middle East. One way or the other, I hope the conflict is resolved and that aid gets to them soonest, because they really need it. Our thoughts and prayers are with them, of course. Until next time.
Till next time. Bye-bye now.
Bye.